Hello, my name is Eileen Patoshnak, and I come before you guys today to talk about the healthcare workforce shortages and give you guys my policy alternative to help combat this issue. As we all are aware, having healthcare is essential in ensuring that we continue to live healthy lives. Therefore, we must ensure that the workforce continues to thrive instead of diminishing, ultimately leaving us without the proper treatment. What can we do to make sure that the number of shortages decrease? During this presentation, I will give you guys possible policy alternatives to this policy and tell you guys what my best solution is in hopes that you will agree. Before we get to the matter at hand with my alternative, I want to explain why all of this matters and who the primary stakeholders are in this healthcare issue. First and foremost, patients are the ones impacted the most because when the people who are working in the field leave, patients are stuck without the proper care. As with the patients, the organizations that are invested diminish because the employees quit and they must be replaced. However, if there is a change in policy, the quality of care does not have to change and the number of people needing health care will be receiving proper care with a steady workforce. As you can see in this slide, studies show that there will continue to be a need for healthcare and a need for its workforce in the future, and we cannot ensure that the care will be possible if we do not amend this policy. There just does not appear to be enough people working in the healthcare field to continue with the ever-growing need due to workers leaving because of pay, because of lack of respect, and until something changes, this will continue to happen. I know from experience that when it comes to working in healthcare, especially that in a nonprofit organization that directly works with individuals with disabilities, the pay is not great, but the individuals that are served are the reason why workers end up staying. The lack of pay was the reason I left my old position because it became unfair, and even though that there was a movement, this did not change the outcome for all employees working in this line of service. As wages continued to increase for this agency that I worked for, my position did not get the raise that every other position got. Therefore, the consequence of this action resulted in both me and my coworkers leaving the agency due to the unfairness, and this will continue to happen unless something changes. For example, imagine walking into a doctor's office and they have to push you away because they do not have the staffing, causing you to miss out on the service that you deserve. As you can see in this slide, I have listed 3 policy alternatives that have been taken to try to combat the issue of healthcare workforce shortages. In the first example, we can see that by redesigning work processes and introducing new technologies, this increases the efficiency, effectiveness, and employee satisfaction in the healthcare field, which results in retaining the existing workers, including those that are at the retirement age, and ultimately attracting a new generation of healthcare workers. I believe that if every company were to adapt these examples, the workforce will ultimately thrive like we are trying to do instead of diminish. Another policy alternative that I found is in Washington, they enacted a law to increase the access to primary care physicians by establishing different work groups. This consisted of governor-appointed members, such as yourselves, that represent the Department of Health, the insurance carriers, ultimately the community, and also migrant health centers. The last policy alternative that I had found that I think is important is in Alaska, they passed a bill that provided individuals with repayments on their student loans and incentives to those eligible healthcare workers to assist with the payments on the education they have gotten to ensure the job that they currently work for. I believe out of the 3 alternatives that I have listed, technology is the best policy alternative. I say this because we all have some sort of technology, whether it be a computer at work, whether it be a smartphone at our fingertips. We are all using technology in our daily lives. By introducing new technology, it brings a whole new aspect to healthcare, making it easier for healthcare workers to efficiently get their job done. What I mean by that is the healthcare field is rapidly growing, allowing for more information to be stored in one place, and by doing so, making it easier to give those patients an easier transition, whether they're going from one office to another or from one office to an emergency room. Everything is in one place. With the introduction of this technology, those working in the field will be able to use this technology for a greater gain and ultimately save their jobs and want to work at their jobs because they find it easier to work in that type of situation. In conclusion, I believe that if we introduce technology in every healthcare organization, we are ensuring that the new workers get the tools that they need to efficiently get their work done and want to stay, because with the introduction of technology, I believe there comes a significant amount of pay that is entitled into learning this new technology. This is why I am suggesting that technology be a alternative for this policy. I appreciate all of you listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.